Justice still alive there. These guys are still alive.
They are.
They are still alive, and that's pretty cool.
The
Um,
Slackers before that.
yeah, those guys are
Uh,
still alive too, and that's
yeah.
pretty cool. They're a lot older.
Had a really great time streaming on Saturday, man. We're definitely gonna have to do that more often. Watch fights and just hang out on the Twitch channel. If you're not following us on Twitch already, please go and do so. If you have an Amazon Prime, please go and subscribe.
Yeah,
It's a whole bunch of fun.
yeah, we're on YouTube now. Get this, people. Check this revolutionary shit that we are doing out. On all platforms, you can just look up the Moron Bros Show.
You can. You can. We changed all of our social medias over the weekend. CJ sat down and finally fucking did it. Because neither of us were just gonna do it.
Well, I went through and I did the YouTube, and then I was like, let's see how to do it on these other ones too. And
Yeah, right.
just knocked it all out. So now you should be able to look up the Moron Bros Show, Twitch, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all that podcast shit. Where are the other things?
Facebook,
Facebook,
Instagram,
MySpace.
MB Store.
Are we the Moron Bros Show on Instagram?
It's just on Instagram. I thought that was like the original one that was Moron Bros Show.
Was it?
Or is it Moron Bros Radio?
It might be Moron Bros Radio on Instagram.
I think it might be Moron Bros Radio on Instagram.
I'll give it a Google, see if we can give that a change too.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
If not, I'll change all the other ones to Moron Bros Radio.
Speaking of social media and stuff, though, there has been a viral post going around concerning the Star Fucking Hipsters, or at least the new rendition of the Star Fucking Hipsters.
Yeah.
The Dead Rejects. I'm not sure the name of the singer. I don't think he has it posted. It's just as the Dead Rejects posted on their page.
Himself too.
Oh, okay.
Shane.
Okay, posted a long post basically saying, fuck Stiz, right? Like fuck Stiz Crack. He deserves no respect. And kind of like fuck this new iteration of the Star Fucking Hipsters, which I agree with. It's a sentiment that I agree with.
Especially when you consider like the reasons the old Star Fucking Hipsters aren't the old Star Fucking Hipsters anymore.
Right. Well, that was one of the things that like floored me when I saw the announcement, right? I saw the announcement on like Punk Rock News or whatever that they were doing a new tour, and I was like, wait a second, didn't they break up because like Nico got punched in the fucking face?
Yeah.
Like why would they get back together? And then I started looking at the lineup and I saw that it was all new people, just 100% new people. And I was like, oh, cool. He's manipulating more people. Like I like partially don't feel bad for any of the members. Like fuck them. Like you joined a band with this dude. You know who the fuck he is. This is not a secret who this guy is and what he does. Like even before this kind of became a popular thing, like CJ and I, we are on the fringes of like the music, like the major music scene or whatever. And we even knew about like what was going on with Stiz and other people.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
well, I mean, really, he's been a giant piece of shit his entire life.
Yeah.
And little bits and pieces of that have bled out over the years.
Well, like you can be a piece of shit, right? Like it's no one's gonna, especially in the punk community, you can definitely be a piece of shit. But like the minute that you start like doing shit to other people, then it's like,
well, that's the stuff that would bleed out from time.
Get the fuck out of here, yeah.
I mean, you think we can get him to fight us? Think we could go full?
See, here's the problem, dude. You don't want to fight a crackhead.
We can go full.
You don't want to fight You don't want to fight a crackhead.
Even if I lose, it's worth the content. Best case scenario, he kills me and I don't have to wake up in the morning.
Yeah. I don't think he would though. Lose. I don't think he would kill you though.
I can't lose. That's the thing. Though, I think if he injured me enough, I'm not getting medical attention. I'm gonna bleed it out.
I just don't think that I don't think he has the strength or stamina.
That's what I'm saying.
To kill a person with his bare hands.
That's what I'm saying.
Like if he had a weapon, maybe he could kill you, of course.
But like honestly, I think I could take him with a weapon. I'd give him a weapon. I'd give him the advantage.
Dude, swords and shields.
No,
like what if
I'll
you
give him like an 8-inch lead pipe.
8-inch lead pipe and garbage can lids. This is hobo gladiators. Hobo gladiators. Let's do it.
If you're out there, SZA, let's go, bitch.
Fuck you. But yeah, this is a thing that's kind of blown up on the Dead Rejects page, which I was really excited that the Dead Rejects are finally getting some like attention from people who might not have checked them out
I don't
before.
know. I think they're like one of those bands. They're the band that every band in the community listens to. You know.
Right, but I mean like that the wider community of like a lot of the ska punk, scene finally getting a spotlight on them. I think that'd be really cool. But
They have a new album coming out. It's gonna have no ska in it at all.
aside from that, once again, we should point out, fuck the star fucking hipsters.
No, don't fuck the star fucking hipsters. Fuck SZA. Don't go see the
Yeah.
star fucking hipsters. But
Yes.
we don't know about those other people.
Like I said, I'm like halfway, like, I don't fucking care. Fuck them.
Everybody on
But
my
then-
Facebook is like, fuck those guys. And then there's one guy I know from when we played a show down in southern Indiana that's like,
Mhm.
I gotta get to this show in Chicago or I'm absolutely gonna die.
Of course. Of course, probably a fucking neo-Nazi. Like fucking well, and that's the thing, right? Is like and then my other side of me with those people who are in the band, right? Is like is Stiz just like basically manipulating them, Oh, I'm going to get you on big stages. I'm going to get you big shows. You're going to be in the star fucking hipsters, like
That's for
you
sure
get
what
to
it is.
Right. That's and it's like you almost can't fault him for that. But at the same time too, they know who this dude is.
Yeah.
Like they know who this guy is and they know why everybody's going to be mad about them being the star fucking hipsters. Right? Like
I was surprised to see that they were doing that. Because I went to go see Leftover
Well,
Crack the last time they came.
yeah.
Because I'd never seen Leftover Crack, and you kind of got to get it in,
Well, we saw Star fucking hipsters.
I've seen them twice.
Yeah, we saw them. I think on like their last tour.
Yeah, their first and last tour, which were the only two tours they did.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm of the same mindset as to where like the Dead Rejects post said, right? Where it's like you can't get rid of the music, right? Leftover Crack, Choking Victim, Star fucking hipsters.
Create an
Like
entire
that-
genre of music.
Oh yeah, and like that music in itself too was really good. Like it was objectively good music, and it's like it goes back to again like artists versus the art. You know what I mean? Like I will not stop listening to those bands most likely.
I haven't
But-
gotten to the point of taking them out of my library, but when it comes on in the shuffle, I skip it. I can't do it. It makes me sad.
Yeah. Well, I like that with what's that Jesse fucking what's that guy?
Stewart,
The one with the mandolin?
Jesse Stewart, the
Yeah.
rapist
Like,
guy.
I won't listen to that guy anymore.
Yeah.
And most of that though, it's like okay, with Leftover Crack, with Star fucking hipsters, with Choking Victim, right? I can't like me stopping listening to them doesn't undo the impact that they've had on music. Doesn't undo that music, like you said, sparked a whole genre, right? But like the other guy, I
Most
don't
of my friends in music are involved in.
right. Like, but the other guy, I don't even want to like say his name again because it's like I don't want to give that person any more traction than they've already been able to garner and abuse. You know what I mean?
Hasn't overdosed on heroin yet?
No, actually, I just
What a
saw
shame.
him. He did like a collaboration with like with a band that I actually kind of like, and I was like, it was like it's a folk band too, and I was like, oh, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean,
What are you gonna do?
You know, the cancel culture, as they call it, it certainly has like a time frame.
Yeah, I mean, like, and that's the thing is, it's like it's not like cancel culture. This is another just proof that cancel culture just doesn't exist,
Yeah,
right? Like if cancel culture, like you're like picking and choosing for what we want or what is acceptable is literally that's just culture. Like
yeah.
And obviously, all of these terrible things that these people do for the sake of art or whatever the fuck you want to hide behind is enough for the American public to be like, I don't care.
Now,
I
when you
mean,
put it like that, see, for the sake of art, when you're doing terrible things, that's one thing. Like it's when you're outside of your art, you're doing terrible things that it makes your art one. Because like Gigi Allen,
okay.
when that
His
dude,
art was
his
doing
art
terrible.
was the word, like taking it as far as he possibly could,
Right.
and that
Well, it's
that
why he's the king of rock and roll,
yeah.
right? Like he was doing everything that made you hate him.
But I'm sure he was also like a huge manipulator, abusive. He's got Charles
Oh,
Manson vibes.
absolutely.
He's got huge
He's
Charles Manson vibes.
even worse than Charles Manson because at least Charles Manson like had a point. Like I feel like Gigi Allen literally was just pointless and
Yeah, but
senseless.
Gigi Allen could write a good song. So Charles Manson
Oh yeah,
could suck his tiny dick.
Charles Manson couldn't write a good song, so he had to start a cult.
Yeah.
If he could have just wrote a good song,
Dude, for real, it's like Manson. It's almost like when you hear his backstory, it's almost like Hitler in art school.
right? No, 100%. Like, thank God there were no mechanisms of power in that man's
Yeah.
reach.
And then it kind of almost makes you understand how we ended up in this honorable mention culture that we're in now that just teaches nobody to succeed.
What do you mean?
You know, the fourth and fifth place trophies and whatnot.
I mean, that's mostly a myth, even too.
I got it. I caught the tail end of that when I was a kid, and even I was like, when I got that, I was like, this is. Well, I mean, my dad. It was pretty ingrained into me. I was like, this is the loser trophy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody got like the trophies at the end of the year and shit. Like my dad even had like a box full of those fucking things.
Yeah.
But regardless, yeah, I think it's just like we have to be careful as to like what we just allow, right? Like what we allow into these circles and into these spaces. And I think like especially in the punk rock community, this shit just shouldn't fucking happen anymore. Like
I mean, if the punk rock community was wonderfully, I don't know if I want to say wonderfully, as violent as it was in the 80s, with the mind,
but this is
like the mind frame for social awareness that it has today. I feel like Starfucking Hipsters would have one show and people would just beat the shit out of SZA right there on stage, and it would just be done with.
Right. Well, as they should. I honestly, I would almost rather it be handled that way.
We should June 6th the Starfucking Hipsters show.
Yeah. Just we'll have a big rally down the street and then we'll march straight up there and just bust down the barricades and beat the fuck out of Stiz on stage.
Which, by the way, if you haven't started watching the new season of Always Sunny, get on it, everybody.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't checked it out.
It's good.
Oh, okay.
The only spoiler I'll give is Lethal Weapon 7.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, hell yeah. But since we talked so much about the Dead Rejects, I think we're going to play some Dead Rejects.
Yeah, we got some Dead Rejects lined up with Breathe. The Filthy Radicals just dropped an album like a week or two ago in this video, like 10 days ago. And
it's so fucking good.
They just got picked up by Stomp Records, which I know is huge for those guys. So fucking good on you. And they're writing bangers, which is even better because you never know in bands these days, man. Well,
yeah, they just start putting out poo-poo.
I truly feel like I'm living that South Park episode sometimes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Everything just sounds like shit.
Yeah. It's like the only new music I like is old bands putting out new music. So yeah, we got the Filthy Radicals with Scavenger, Dead Rejects with Breathe before that. You're listening to the Moron Bros Show here at RealPunkRadio.com.
Let's check it out.